Like, okay, I'm having these certain thoughts. Nope, I already know what it is. Let's pick up the books. Let's pick up the books. Because babe, you're starting to doubt yourself, okay? The channel was crashing. Everything was going wrong. I was losing subscribers, guys. Way too concerned with outside voices. Hello guys, and welcome to a get ready with me. I need to get myself together. I'm at home, I'm looking crazy. So we are gonna do like a little chit chat get ready with me. I'm gonna start off by like doing my skincare and taking a shower, and then we're gonna sit and talk and like, you know, do our makeup together and get cute. We have to catch up on a lot, okay? A lot has happened since my last upload, guys. Okay. First things first, shower, skincare, and then we'll sit down and we'll talk. We'll catch up.
Music is like breathing. Simple shit.
We are all showered and fresh. Skincare is done, and we looking not too shabby, okay? I'm about to put my hair back so we can get into the makeup, guys. Usually I'll plan like a little, you know, outline of what I'm gonna talk about, but as y'all know, if you have been following the channel, if you've been following my plot, you would know that life has just been hectic recently. So look, this is a girl's chat. Get yourself a little drink. I got myself my water because it's, babes, it's 12 p.m. on a Tuesday. We not doing nothing too crazy. Get yourself some wine, whatever, you know, you watching this, whatever suits your fancy, and let's talk because we have a hefty amount of things to talk about. Don't mind the hair. I never said my name was Arrogant Tay, okay? I never said that. So I need some lip balm. So I'm gonna start off with my lip injections, Too Faced. You guys know I love this stuff. I just went to Ulta yesterday. I went to Ulta, and listen, there is this girl on TikTok. Oh, and she's on YouTube too, and she's on Instagram because she's just that girl. Uchi Notori, I believe. I don't know how to pronounce it, but babes, her makeup eats down. Her makeup is so good. That is who's inspiring my rebrand in terms of makeup. This is the last time you will see me do my makeup like this, okay? So get into it. I'm buying a whole bunch of new products. I'm learning new ways to apply my makeup after today. After today, I won't be doing my makeup like this anymore. So I'm not really gonna go into detail. I'm just, you know, doing my everyday makeup routine and really focusing on the topics at hand. Obviously, I'm gonna have some of it on my channel, but if you're interested in really like following along, because it's gonna be like a little series that I do on TikTok, so make sure you guys are following me there. And you guys know I'll just post whatever leftovers on Instagram because I don't really care about Instagram like that, but you know, follow me on there too. Follow me on Instagram, you know, TikTok, YouTube, all that. I'm just like going with the flow today. Am I right? Life. But this is the beauty of life. You know what I mean? You have your ups and you have your downs. So if you guys are new and this is just happens to be the first video you're watching of mine, or the first video you've watched in a while, let me catch you guys up to speed, okay? One thing about your girl Brie, is that she has a roller coaster of life. And ups and downs and ups and downs. That is how my life goes, especially because I am somebody who really prioritizes my purpose. That is the best way to put it. And sometimes in life you can get to a point, especially, first of all, before we even get into that, I just have to say thank you guys so much. On my last video is the video where I really opened up and talked to you guys about where I've been mentally and how I've just been really stressed out because I'm worried about my future and my purpose and my journey and, you know, the speed of which I'm growing and all of that stuff. And you guys guys. I don't know what I would do without you guys, okay? You guys uplifted me so much in the comments. Some of you guys reached out to me, and I just have to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Okay, thank you, because your girl needed it. And I say that to say because I was about to say, especially at my age of like, you know, is this your mid-20s or early, late, whatever, of like, you know, your 20s, it's like a really rough time. And some of you guys even reached out to me like, this is just life, period. Like, this is the way life goes. This is why it's so good to like focus on the positive and teach yourself things, okay? That is what I really kind of want to talk to you guys about today, I guess. I really don't know. I'm gonna be all over the place with this. Okay, so like when it comes to my brows, like, okay, cool. I fill them in, right? I used to fill my brows in really chunkily. And babes, when it's time to get them waxed and I haven't gotten them waxed, guarantee you they're gonna be chunky, okay? Just know that. But I'm trying to see like how I could get them to look the most natural when I fill them in. So I'm just gonna, you know, like play around right now. So don't take me too serious in terms of what my makeup is looking like. The relationship that you have with yourself is so important. Like, that is what will get you through the times that are tough. And that is what I realized I really needed to focus on in that moment. So as you guys saw, like I spent a few days like really in my thoughts and like trying to do things to uplift me. Guys, that bed refresh that I did, oh my gosh, I am in love with those bed sheets. They're so fluffy. I mean, it get a little hot in the nighttime, but it's just so fluffy and soft. Like Amazon, really good quality, very good quality sheets. That is so random. I just had to share that. Like, I'm very much so thoroughly enjoying that whole bedding update that I did. This is something that I'm gonna wanna change because every time I fill in my brows, why is the line so sharp? Like, is it because I'm using something that's so light? Like, what is that about? Or am I just not blending it out well enough? Ow. Okay. For primer, I'm gonna use my mini Laura Mercier primer. Honestly, this is the Pure Canvas primer. It's blurring. Not my favorite primer ever because it's just very drying to the skin, and I already have dry skin. I cannot like afford to use a primer that's also drying. But I mean, I can't find my Fenty primer, and I'm not opening the new one that I just got because I want to do that haul I was telling you guys about. I'm gonna have all the products that I use linked down below. Make sure you guys always check out the description because down there has just like everything that I will ever, okay, see, it's blurring, but it's drying. I won't lie, ting dry. Hey, let me put a little bit on my forehead because my forehead be reflecting light like it's nobody's business. Elf, my Elf Halo Glow. Elf, who's ever is running Elf, y'all need a raise because Elf, okay, if you haven't gotten any new Elf products, just go to Ulta because like, anyways, I'm gonna use my Elf Halo Glow. I'm basically back to my complete and utter winter shade, pale out like what. So, you know, back to using this, which is not a problem for me because I love it. I am just so grateful for, this is in a retrospect, okay? I don't know what retrospect means, but this is after the situation happened. I'm realizing, is that retro? I don't know. But in retrospect, I can now say that I am, okay, you know what, Laura? I won't cap, it's drying, but that is blurring, like for real, like, okay, hold on now. In retrospect, I can now say that I am so grateful for all of my low moments. Without my low moments, I would not be who I am today, okay? Oh, I forgot to wash my beauty blender, hold on. Hold, please. We're back now. We're not clean, but damn, okay? That's all that matters. I have seriously become who I am because of every moment that I thought was going to break me. Because from that moment, birthed a new version of myself that knows how to handle life in a better way. So now that, if you guys can follow, So because in the past, like the past year, whatever, I really need to do like a sit down where like, because I feel like you guys don't know everything, but it's like 2022 was a very transformative year for me, okay? It was a very rough year for me and it was very hard. But through everything I went through in that year, birthed a version of me that learned techniques that can help me get through my next rough patch. You know what I mean? So as you guys saw, I was sad, or like I was very stressed out the past few weeks, and now it's November and I am in a much better headspace, and it happened like very quickly. I'm gonna get into some of the things that I've learned to help pick myself up whenever I'm sad, but it's really your relationship with yourself that is the basis for life, for everything. Any problem you could face, if you have a very good relationship with yourself, you're set basically, no matter what happens to you in life. So I'm gonna go ahead and like mix around with my foundations. Yes. First things first, right? When you have a good relationship with yourself, it's easier to connect with God. And something I realized in my last video that I posted is that y'all may not be watching every video I post, or maybe some of you guys are new, but a lot of you guys were like asking like about my relationship with God, if I have one, or like what is like if I'm religious. Guys, I have an incredible relationship with God. I always mention God on my channel, and I would be nothing without him. Okay, so that's my guy. Okay, just know that. Okay, so we be talking, we be vibing. I'm always in constant communication with him. So of course, when I was going through everything recently, I was praying and I was thinking and trying to connect more with God. And it's easiest to connect with God when you have that alone time, when you have that space to spend time within yourself, even if you're busy, because you could connect with God at work, wherever you are, while you're doing something, while you in the club, girl, while you everywhere. Just go within and speak to him and he will hear you. Okay, the way that I see to connect with God is you have to be able to connect with yourself first. That's the way you can really, you know, have that relationship be built. And I just feel like, seeing as how I was like just having a period where I was so like down and out, I realized that whole time that I was stressed out, my main problem was that I was getting way too concerned with outside noise, way too concerned with outside voices. And guys, I completely forgot that what got me through 2022 was literally all the time I spent alone, all the time I spent like in my bubble, in my peace, in my space that I created for myself. And within this peace and space that you create with yourself, there are things that you can do to get your mind right. There are things that you could do to keep yourself positive, to keep your mind uplifted, and to keep out negativity, and to keep your eye on the prize, despite whatever outside circumstance may be happening. And guys, I was just like, I really started to like kind of not neglect my own voice, but I really kind of got distracted. I went to Italy for a month, and then I came back maybe like 2 weeks after. I went to Miami, came back, and then like a week after that, my sister came to visit. She was here for a month, and then after that, it was just like a whole lot going on with my family, a whole lot going on with my friends, a whole lot going on with me and my personal life. And it was just like, babes, at that time, the video views was going down. The channel was crashing. Everything was going wrong. I was losing subscribers, guys. It was just not a pretty sight. I was losing inspiration. I was losing like touch with my creativity because I have no reason why. It's just the way everything was like falling. And now I am feeling much better because I started doing the things to keep me in a space where I can like be in alignment with the things that I see for myself. If I'm distracted and if I'm not focusing on myself, it's really easy for me to start resisting the things that I want to bring into my life. And I feel like that is why my channel started to suffer. I feel like I'm actually gonna keep this kind of a perfect match. So I'm gonna do concealer now, and I think I'm just gonna go ahead and use my e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer because I like this, and I stole this one from my mom, so it kind of gives back to the tea. Because look at it like this, right? If I'm living my day-to-day life, let's say that I want 100,000 subscribers. If I'm distracted, if I'm taking in everything that's going on around me, I am no longer focused on that thing that I said I wanted for myself, because I'm focused on everything else going on around me that I'm not even focused on the goals that I set for myself. That's A. B, if I'm so distracted by everything else going on around me, I stop doing the things that I need to do to get me to 100K. You know what I mean? If I'm so distracted with something that's going on with my friends or family, and it's something that's negative, and I am consuming myself with it, I am going to then be in a negative headspace, and I'm not gonna wanna film. I'm not gonna wanna get up. I'm not gonna wanna post. I'm not gonna wanna create, and so on and so forth. So you can see how it gets me in a position where I'm not focused, or I'm not in alignment with achieving the things that I set out for myself. So when I was just so like down and out, that babes, you gotta get back in alignment. You gotta get back focused. You gotta get back in tune with yourself and the things that you said you wanted to get for yourself. Like, stop focusing so much on other people. Stop focusing so much on that person, this person, what's going on in that person's life, and comparing it to yours, and just focus on you. I should be the center of everything that I have going on in my head. Sorry, it sounds selfish, but it is literally what it is. Like, if I am not focused on myself, on my grind, on my purpose, on my goals, how are they gonna get achieved? Like, literally, how are they going to get achieved if I spend all my time being consumed by what's going on around me? So basically, I started doing the things that I know help me. And some of those things are actually gonna tell you like actual things that I started doing. So for starters, I actually started taking walks, because you guys know I was really in my gym phase heavy, but I kind of stopped going to the gym around my birthday. I noticed that if I don't get out in nature, if I don't like move my body, it kind of affects me negatively. So I started taking walks. I started taking morning walks, and guys, I'm walking far these days. Like, I'm not walking up and down a block, like I'm walking. Okay, might buy me a pair of walking sneakers. That's how much I'm walking, all right? Doing that has definitely helped me clear my mind in the mornings. You guys know I'm a morning girl through and through. I love the mornings, and now it's like bright at like 6 a.m. So I could walk and I could do my thing early. Doing that has really helped, as well as, okay, Laura, the primer, I think I spoke too soon, because the face is giving matte. Okay, the face is giving blur. Ooh, I kind of like that primer. Okay, anyway, I also started listening to podcasts. As you guys know, yes, I believe in God 100%. And I also believe in spirituality. I also believe in the laws of the universe. I also believe that God created this universe, and he created certain things in it, like the law of attraction and spirituality and all those things. Sidebar, I have to say this because some people believe that you can't believe in like law of attraction and stuff like that, and God in the same. But the true like teachers of law of attraction and stuff like that, they all believe in God. So that's A. I like to read those type of books because it helps me connect with God in a different way than I'm used to. Like, it helps me realize the power that God instilled within us. So that is what I like to do. So I love to listen to podcasts or interviews with Dr. Joe Dispenza or Esther, and I have a few books by them. So I've also been reading throughout my day whenever I have the time, but I like to read the most before bed, right before bed, because it puts me in a good headspace before I go to sleep. And in the mornings, I'll take my walks and I'll listen to my podcast. And throughout the day, like if I ever scroll on TikTok, I make sure to interact with the motivational TikToks so that more of that can show up on my feed, because stuff like that, I just eat it up. I could watch it for hours on end. Like, teach me about life. Okay, babe, teach me about life. Teach me about all of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and contour with my CoverGirl. To kind of like bring it back to what I was saying earlier, I'm so grateful that in the past because this is not my first time. This is why I need to practice and stop coming up here acting like I know how to do makeup and things is going wrong. This is why I'm grateful that I have these moments where I'm down, because each time I will learn something new that helps me, and that helps me when I'm sad, and that just helps uplift me. So I'm glad that I already knew who Dr. Joe Dispenza was, and I already knew about these books, and I already had these books in my possession, and I already read these books. So right now I'm rereading Ask and It Is Given, and that is a book that completely changed my mind when it comes to how I perceive my purpose and my goals and the life that I see for myself. And I'm just rereading it right now because, girl, I need a refresher. I need a refresher because the girl was starting to doubt. She was starting to doubt herself, and she was starting to doubt her purpose. So I just needed that little pick me up, and I'm glad that I had the book already in my possession because of the last time I went through something like this, you know? It's always good to just spend that time with yourself to really hear yourself and really get to know yourself. And I'm also grateful that when you do spend so much time with yourself and building that relationship, you could have like a friend or somebody in your life, and it's like when they get like a certain face or a certain thing, you could be like, all right, you tired, it's time for us to go. Or you could just look at them and be like, okay, let's go. Like, I get you're tired, you don't even gotta say nothing. Like, you could just look at your friend, your partner, whoever, and just be like, I already know what you're thinking, don't worry, we out of here, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, have that with yourself, because I now have that with myself where it's like, okay, I'm having these certain thoughts. Nope, I already know what it is. Let's pick up the books. Let's pick up the books. Because babe, you're starting to doubt yourself, okay? You're starting to doubt. And yeah, so I'm just grateful that my relationship with myself is ever growing. And I really, really do recommend, well, listen, you guys be in the comments teaching me stuff. We be here, okay? So I don't even gotta recommend nothing to you guys because you guys are my girls and we are here with it. So yeah, girl, just make sure that relationship with yourself is ever growing and you're just, you know, like constantly checking in with yourself. Like, don't ever let yourself get too distracted by the noise. Don't ever let yourself get too consumed with the outside things and circumstances, okay? And I honestly was talking so much garbage about my makeup, but I'm loving the way it looks. Okay, you know what time it is. Music time. Okay guys, so that is basically it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this little chit chat get ready with me. I honestly just have to say thank you. I don't know where I would be without you guys. I'm so grateful for all of you that reached out to me and, you know, like connected with me during this time. Guys, get excited because I am back in my bag, okay? I am back focused. I am ready. There's going to be a plethora of content coming. So much content everywhere. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. So make sure you guys are subscribed and following me on all 3 platforms because there's treats just everywhere, okay? But thank you guys so much. I am back and I am better and I'm feeling amazing. So I will see you all in the next video. Bye.
I made it through, made it through, made it through.